Well, good morning from Hotheads Marine. Here we have ourselves a 2007 Yamaha SX 210 boat. And Joseph, this is one of the engines out of that boat, right? That Yamaha? Yes. Lost compression on one of the cylinders, and customer brought it in, so we checked it, and we got some milky oil, right? And lost compression, and usually we find valve problems as a result, from not winterizing these things. The valves can get stuck open, the piston comes up, hits the valve, bam, no compression. Valve job head gasket usually resolves that unless it's been sitting. Now, we did one yesterday, and that's exactly what happened to it, but it sat long enough to where it destroyed the engine block. It's going to have to be bored and honed in a valve job. This one, on the other hand, is another one we pulled out the same day. And if you're wondering what saltwater corrosion from not flushing can do to an engine, let me show you. So you can see a dark cylinder, a light cylinder, a dark. And you can see this big hole right here in the gasket, okay? Let's get a little zoom in on that. That's a big, nasty hole in the gasket. Unfortunately, hello, Mr. Walker, good morning. Can you help me with this for just a second? I'm doing a little customer video. Help me lift that head gasket off of there.
Is it blowed?
Yeah, it's got a little more severe problems. And this is from salt water, not flushing your engine out. Okay, you can let go. Thank you. So if you want to know what it looks like when you don't flush these engines out, just take a look at the extreme amount of damage to this engine. This actually has corroded the actual cast iron cylinder block. It's the aluminum is gone, and now it's started to eat the cast iron, and this is why we had water in the cylinder. But this is an extremely severe case of saltwater erosion, corrosion, electrolysis, rust, everything. This engine block is ruined. There's nothing left here to save because there's no more metal inside of it. It was just a matter of time until some of these other ones let go. As you can see how thin that is right there. Just a matter of time until these all let go. But this engine is no longer salvageable due to this problem. So it is very important to flush your engines, use some salt away type of product. There's a bunch of different products out there for flushing your engines out to keep this from happening. This is a very, very expensive repair. And unfortunately, this is a twin engine boat, so we know that the other engine is right behind this one really closely. So anyway, once again, flush them, man. It's part of boat ownership. If you own these watercraft and you're going to run in salt water, even if you're in freshwater, flush them. Get some salt away. Follow the instructions. Flush them out, and you won't spend this kind of money. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. You got to go home after you've been drinking and sunbathing and pulling the kids on the tube, and you're tired, you're broke, your boat's got a new scratch, but you got to go home and you got to do this crap. At the very least, do it the next morning, but it's better to do it right away. Anyway, hope that helps somebody to see what happens inside of these motors when salt water is not flushed after use.